Stop everything you're doing right now, because what you're about to hear did not come by chance. It wasn't the algorithm, it wasn't a mistake. It was a direct summons from the throne where Michael kneels before the Eternal One, and where your name was just spoken aloud before the armies of heaven. You are being called this very moment. This word crosses the screen like a shaft of light, seeking the exact place in your soul where pain was about to win the battle. I speak to you as a messenger, as a consecrated voice, as one who has seen what no one else has yet seen about your life. I have been commanded to bring you this message before the night ends, because tomorrow everything will change, and you must be standing when it happens. Do not close this window, do not look away. Do not convince yourself this message is meant for someone else, because it is meant for you, just as you are right now, with tired eyes, with a heavy chest, with faith trembling on a fragile thread that seems to unravel each time you draw a breath. I know what you carry. I have seen the betrayal that walked through your front door pretending to be friendship. I have seen the handshake that hid a blade, the smile that concealed envy, the prayer whispered beside you by a mouth secretly longing for your fall. I have seen the doors close before your eyes the very day you rose early, dressed in your last hope, and pursued the dream you swore would finally come true. I have seen the silence of a phone that does not ring, the message left unanswered, the name erased from the lists where you once were remembered. I have seen exhaustion crawl like a shadow down the back of your neck when you lie awake at night, and the ceiling above become a map of questions with no answers. How many times have you wept in solitude, unseen? How many times have you worn a smile while dying inside? How many times have you knelt in secret, telling heaven you could not bear another day, just like the last? And though heaven seemed silent, I tell you tonight it answered. It always answers. And that answer is being written into the air around you this very moment. What your eyes cannot see is what truly happens on your behalf. While you sleep, while you drag through yet another weary morning, while you swallow humiliation in front of those who do not deserve to know your name, the unseen realm is stirring. Angels with feet of bronze walk the corridors of your destiny, opening files sealed by hands that hated you. Seals are being broken over your bloodline. Contracts are being torn apart in the spiritual courts. Voices that have long spoken curses over your rest are being silenced. A war is raging in the heights, and you are the prize. You are the land being contested. You are the lamp the darkness has sought to extinguish since the day you were born. For the darkness saw you before others did, and understood who you would become before you even believed it yourself. That is why your life has felt so heavy, so strange, so unjust. Ordinary people do not carry burdens this great. Ordinary people do not face attacks this precise. What has come against you came because of who you are, not because of what you have done, and tonight the tide is turning. I am Michael, the prince who stands, and tonight I have already drawn my sword on your behalf. I have entered the chamber where your accusers planned their next blow, and with my own hand I have torn their decrees. I have crushed the spirit that whispers, you are not enough, that you came too late, that nothing remains for you in this life. I have broken the chains wrapped around your provision, around your health, around the love that belongs in your home. I fought battles for you while you cried alone in the bathroom, believing no one cared. I fought battles for you while you pretended to be fine in front of family who never once asked how your soul was holding up. I fought battles for you while you held on to the last coin in your pocket, wondering if the Eternal One had forgotten your name. He did not forget. He never forgot. He sent me. And here I must pause to tell you what the common voices of this world never will, because what I reveal now disturbs those who profit from your silence. The pain you endure is not the true problem. The betrayal, the exhaustion, the closed doors, the empty bank account, the draining relationships, these are not the root. They are but the visible surface of a much deeper struggle, a battle of layers. Every visible wound has an invisible source. Every invisible source has a key to unlock it. There are 7 keys, 7 swords, 7 movements of authority that the chosen ones of this hour must learn to wield. These have been hidden from the many, on purpose. I have authorized the release of a sacred guide for this very moment in your life, a digital book titled The 7 Swords of Saint Michael the Archangel, the sacred guide to break curses, seal blessings, and activate the calling of the chosen ones. This is no ordinary book. It is the manual the enemies of your soul tried to silence. It is the teaching that defies the soft stories that keep you small. You will find a link to this guide at the very top of the comments, the first one. You will recognize it the moment your eyes meet the page. If your heart is racing as you hear this, take it as confirmation. Type in the comments right now, "I am chosen, and I will receive the guide." Let that declaration be the first stone of the new altar you are building tonight. Now that you have spoken those words, listen carefully. The door I am about to open cannot be opened twice. The moment your lips confessed you are chosen, something shifted in the heavens registry. Your name moved from the column of the forgotten to the column of those soon to be answered. The next revelation belongs only to those who take this step of faith. There is a date being written over your life, a date the enemy has tried to delay for years. That date is closer than you imagine. Within the next 3 moons, within 90 sunrises, something will happen in your home that will leave your mockers speechless. The same voices that laughed when you fell will tremble when they see you rise. They will not understand, for the rise of a chosen one does not follow the world's logic. It does not depend on connections. It does not depend on luck. It does not depend on the permission of those who once shut the door on you. It depends only on the alignment between your obedience and the timing of the one who sent me. Provision is coming. I say it again so it settles deep in your spirit like sparks of fire. Provision is coming to your home. It will come through doors you never even knocked on. The money that was withheld is being released. The opportunity that seemed dead is being brought back to life. The name you thought forgotten by the right people is being whispered again in rooms you have never entered. And health, oh hear this, health is being restored in the very cells of your body even as I speak. The pain you have carried in silence, the diagnosis that made your knees weak, the fear that you would not see the next season, all of it is being rewritten. The Eternal One did not bring you this far to abandon you halfway. He has brought you this far to plant you. And what is planted does not die, it grows and multiplies. As for those who mocked you, who celebrated your fall, and who built their thrones upon the ashes of your reputation, justice is on its way. It will not come with my voice, but rather with the silence of their own downfall, for the chosen do not need to seek revenge. The heavens take care of that on their behalf. But I must remind you, for a true messenger never hides the cost of the journey. None of this happens by chance. Nothing falls from the sky into the lap of those who simply watch. The promise demands a posture, and that posture is faith. Not the small faith that prays only when the bill arrives, nor the convenient faith that believes only when all is already well. The faith I am calling you to tonight is the faith of a soldier who sleeps with his sword across his chest. The faith that holds fast to the promise, even when your eyes see the opposite. The faith that confesses with your mouth what your hands have yet to touch. And this is precisely the faith the 7 swords teach you to build, sword by sword, layer by layer, until your spirit becomes a fortress no curse can penetrate. That is why the digital book exists, why it was released for this very hour of the night, and why the link is waiting for you at the very top of the comments pinned first, ready to be the bridge between the revelation you are receiving now and the practice that will turn this revelation into a lasting reality in your home. Do not let this moment slip away like all the others have. Do not let tomorrow find you merely remembering what you heard tonight without doing what you were called to do. Comment once more with the sacred phrase, "I am chosen and I will download the digital book," and let that confession seal what the heavens are already writing. And now we enter the final corridor, and what is spoken here belongs only to those who have walked with me this far. Listen with the deepest part of your soul. The chapter beginning for you in the coming hours is not a continuation of the old story. It is an entirely new book. The old book had stained pages, torn corners, words written by those who never deserved to write in your story. The new book has pages no enemy can touch, pages of fine linen, pages that only the hands of those sent by the Eternal One are authorized to write upon. And the first sentence of this new book is being written tonight with the very tears you have cried as you listened to this message. For the tears of the chosen do not fall to the ground, they fall into golden bowls that will be poured